Howdy doody.
What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of the weekly live readings.
Yep.
Seems like it flies by so fast. Seems like we were just doing this yesterday, you know?
Yeah.
Anywho, let's get a few people up in here. We got kind of a small list this week, don't we?
Yeah, we have a small list. We only have like 8 people
Mm-hmm.
for the pre-orders. So yeah, of course we are taking orders while we're live. I keep forgetting I have to turn off the super chat. So let me do that.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Anywho.
And I even have a little sticky note. And I still don't remember because now it just blends in with everything. Hold on.
Right.
I want to get this in here.
Do.
It feels so good outside today. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Feels super good out there, actually. I was driving my windows down earlier.
I know, and it makes me in a good mood.
Yeah. I don't know. This winter just strung on way too long, dude. Way too long. After my birthday's February 5th. I'm done with winter. I love the winter time. I love Christmas time, Thanksgiving. I'm a holiday freak. I love the vibe of the holidays at the end of the year. And after my birthday, though, I'm like, okay, I'm over it. Usually here in Vegas, 3 weeks, a month and a week max, it starts getting warm. Not this year. Oh, God. Winter clung for dear life this year. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
But
it kind of was. But it's okay. It's starting to get warm now, so
yeah.
Oh, I'm good here.
All right. We got a few people up in here. What's up, y'all?
The Water Bear Nana Ferris.
Water Bear Nana Ferris. What's up, y'all? How you doing? We got Mary Jane Smith. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? Now they're rolling in. Well, the pre-order list was pretty small. It was about 8.
Yeah, so it's not going to be too long if you guys want to get on that list.
Yeah. Anywho, though.
It's looking like a good day. I feel less murky metro today.
Yeah. Man, this retrograde was heavy. And every time I think it's going to be no big deal, I always get proven wrong. Because the pre-shadow was nothing. Usually the pre-shadow kicks my ass. This pre-shadow wasn't nothing. I was like, this ain't going to be nothing. As soon as it went retrograde, bam! I'm like, oh.
If anyone was with us last week, you guys know how we were complaining about it.
Yeah.
It was really rough last week.
And that's what sucks the most about it. Doing my job during a Mercury retrograde is so hard. So hard. If it wasn't for that, it probably wouldn't. I mean, I could deal with it better. But, you know, the work that I have to do, you have to be very mentally sharp. Your vibe has to be right. And, you know, during Mercury retrograde, I can't find my words. Mm-hmm. And energetically, I'm hyper and sleepy at the same time. Like, I want to get up and fucking do something, but I'm too fucking tired. I want to take a nap, but I'm too fucking hyper. And, like, those two things are going on inside of me at the same time. And it's so ungodly draining. It's insane. Then I got to sit down and read tarot cards. But we do it. We make sure it gets done.
Yeah. We appreciate you, baby.
Yeah.
Us at home and the viewers, I'm sure, as well. Because if they're going through a hard time, they need advice, too. So.
Yeah.
All right, let me get these people added to the list really quick because 2 more came in.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Yeah, I mean, so the retrograde's over on the April 6th, or is that
it's the 4th.
Is that when the post shadow starts?
I think it goes direct on the 4th. Let me see. When does Mercury go direct? Yeah, the 7th. The 7th. But Venus goes direct on the 10th. So most of this shit will be over here in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
But I'm just glad for Aries season, dude.
All right, are you guys ready? Are you ready to rumble?
Ready to rumble.
All right, so like I said, our list now, I just added 2 more. So we have a list of 10. If you want to get on our list today, go ahead. The link is pinned in the comments. And if you don't want to sit and watch this, it will be timestamped in the comments on the playback. So with that being said, we're going to start with Cassidy. It says, should I give up on this person? We have been talking / sleeping together, but not dating. At first, we both were fine with that. He acted like he wanted more. Then all of a sudden, he flipped, and it hasn't been good at all. He's still coming around on his time. Tyler is Aries. I'm a Sag.
Okay.
That sounds like a Sag thing.
Well, Aries thing too. I mean, fire signs can be like that.
Oh, wait, I got it mixed up. I thought he was the Sag. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of like a Sag. Well, that is like an Aries thing too, because they'll act all like super cool and then everything's fine. And all of a sudden you get like semi-ghosted or things just change and you're like, wait, what happened? It's like so confusing.
Every single Aries I've ever connected with, boom, they turn on me. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No warning. Boom, they just turn on you. Anyway, let me see.
That's so true. It's like
nothing
even happened, and then all of a sudden they're just like gone, or something happened, and you're just like confused.
Yeah. Let's see what the soul contract. Uh-oh, got the karmic wheel in the upright there. So, past life karma, and it looks like the two of you completed your contract. And I know that may sound a little bit silly because it wasn't much of a relationship or a connection, but it would blow your mind if you knew the frivolous shit that our higher selves put in soul contracts. Because it's not frivolous over there. It's important over there. But the stuff we think as humans, the spirit side thinks is frivolous and vice versa. So it looks like y'all completed it. You completed this contract. So it's not really like giving up. It's just that now the two of you being together doesn't serve a spiritual purpose. Because whatever it was you all came together to do, you did that successfully. So has it turned into drama yet? Because if it hasn't yet, I'm telling you, the tension is building and it's coming. I think there's somebody else involved somehow, some way. I can't really spy on the details of this person's personal private life, but there's somebody else affecting this somehow, some way. I don't know if it's another lover or a family member or who, but there's somebody else's energy affecting this. Let's see. Hangman. Yeah. Yeah. They turn on you like that. So basically that means this person is not who you thought they were. Not at all. So, I mean, I don't know if I would use the word give up. I guess that's one way you can look at it. But, yeah, I'm not really seeing this improving anytime soon. Not really. This is a completed soul contract, and the tension is building. If I was you, I would set some sort of time frame. You know, by such and such date, if I haven't gotten clarity on what this person wants and I'm still confused, I'm going to back away from this. That's what I would do. Because it is possible to rewrite a new contract. That just happens very rarely. But just to give you a chance, just to see maybe if this person wants to jump on board, I would set some sort of time frame. You know, like a month. April 23rd. And if by April 23rd, you've got no more clarity on where this is going, then I would back away from it. All right.
Okay. Next is KC Art. Fellow Aquarius, he's a Taurus. We are closing old cycles to be together. I have abandonment traumas. Can we work through these successfully? I believe he's my life partner because of abandonment issues. I'm scared ASF. I normally run away. This is the first time I have wanted to run towards anyone. He knows this and is understanding. Any advice is appreciated.
Aquarius and Taurus. That's on my list of top 5 most common energetic pairings. But they're always very challenging. Always very challenging. The hell? What are you doing, bud?
Oh my God, what the heck?
Okay, let's see here. Well, So this person is a very near and dear member of your soul family, but I wouldn't say divine life partner. When you meet your divine life partner, your abandonment fears will fly out the window. I promise you that. But this person is an extremely near and dear member of your soul family. You all have had many lifetimes together where you've played very close, intimate roles in each other's lives. Could you work through it? You could. My only concern is, again, the sun sign energetic pairing, Aquarius and Taurus. 2 of the most stubborn signs in the entire zodiac, and 2 of the most fixed signs in the entire zodiac. It'll require a lot of flexibility on both parts. A lot of flexibility. A whole lot. A whole lot. We do have the death card here, though. So, I mean, do you think both of you can come together and be flexible enough to clear the old energy out and grow and mold together? Because laying a foundation with somebody is no joke. It requires so much introspection, so much uncomfortable inner work that you have to do. And fixed signs are usually slower to do that inner work, just because it's fixed energy. It takes longer for a fixed sign to make those kinds of changes. And when you got 2 fixed signs, that can be challenging. Let me see what the second spread says. Okay, Emperor. Well, so technically it's possible. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. It's just going to require a lot of flexibility on both parts. A whole lot. Because the 2 of you are going to eventually end up experiencing challenges. You're going to butt heads. And what we do when we butt heads, we need to come together and work on ourselves. I work on this, you work on that, and actually do it. Don't just talk about it, So if the 2 of you are capable of doing that, then yeah, it's possible. It's possible. That's all I can really say about that. Just be careful. 2 fixed signs, very challenging.
Okay, next is Victoria. How does Lucas Aries feel about me? We have been separated for 8 months, together for 2 years. He is my ex-boyfriend, and we finally cleared our tension together. I left things off with the ball being in his court. Just curious to how things are looking on the forefront.
So which question am I answering?
How he feels about her.
Okay. All right, let's see. What are the signs here? Aries. Okay. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Well, first of all, I think this person wants to keep his options open. This gets tricky to talk about. Because at the deepest subconscious level, I think this person still has a very special place in his heart for you. Very special at the deepest level. But he's the type to, when he's going through something like this, he runs from it and does things to try to cope and distract himself from it and bury it and forget about it. So that's basically what he's been doing, and that's what he's still doing. materialistic things, other lovers or sex partners, how he looks on social media, doing things to overcompensate and just bury the heartbreak so he forgets about it and just keeps running from it. So on a conscious level, he's doing everything that he can to try to forget about it and bury it. On an unconscious level, though, he hasn't healed from it, doesn't know how to heal from it. So he's pretty much trying to distract himself from it, pretend that he doesn't care, until whenever he just completely forgets about it. Does that make sense? It's always so hard to describe when somebody's trying to cover up what's under their subconscious mind. And guarding his heart, has a guard up over his heart, like most people do when they get their heart broke. So 7 of Cups again, keeping his options open. 3 of Swords again, heartbroken at the deepest level. Guarding his heart. Doesn't really want to let anyone in right now. But to answer the question as directly as possible, how does he feel about you? On an unconscious level, he's still hurt by this. On a conscious level, he's doing everything that he can to try to distract himself from it, heal from it, pretend that he's healed from it. But basically, all he's really doing is running from it. So, yeah. That's all I can say about that as far as how he feels about you.
Okay, next is DJ. Hit by a semi-truck, part 2. Do you remember that one from the last one? He was hit by a semi-truck, and then he was in court, and it was like, remember, it was like they were asking if the court was going to go in their favor, and it was more like they were not. It wasn't going to go in his favor.
Yeah.
I can't even think of my words. You know that one meme where it's like, you ever have a dream that you could That's how I feel right now trying to explain that. You ever had a dream that
Yeah.
That's me. Do you want me to get the paper, or do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I know which one you're talking about.
Okay. Part 2. Offers were made to settle the lawsuit, but my lawyer was advised not accepting. Should I accept and end it, or wait patiently?
Well,
because I kind of remember you saying something like it wasn't going to go in his favor because these people he was up against were pretty shady and...
Yeah, I can remember basically when you read a question like that, the only thing you can really read is the energies on both sides. And there was a lot of energy fighting against this person. Now, that doesn't guarantee that it won't work out in their favor, but the chances are pretty high. It's kind of like if you have 2 people, in a wrestling match, and one person is 100 pounds heavier than the other person. That's quite a bit of energy against the other person. It doesn't guarantee that they're going to win, but let me just see here, because a lawyer doesn't want to accept that. See, that's a decision being made out of greed. There's offers being made to settle this and put it to an end, and somebody's not wanting to settle it and put it to an end. That just means I want more money. That's all that means.
I wonder, is it ultimately up? No, it's not up to the lawyer. They're just advising, I guess.
Got that devil card there, man. Well, it depends on what you mean by should I. I mean, something like this, if it was me, I would, personally. Because, like I said, when it comes to finances, I'm not getting into that. But finances is something that we're going to have to seriously change our perception on finances in the future, in the very near future. Finances is not something that you're going to have to worry about for very much longer. And if it was me, I would, because this energy is just toxicity. You know, it's, I get it. You know, you need a little compensation. It depends on you. Are you okay to settle? If you're okay to settle, fuck what that lawyer says. Because like I said, there's a lot of energy fighting against you. A whole lot. A whole lot. And there's no guarantee that you'll win against this, because the people that you're fighting against are Five of Swords. Defeat at all cost. I'm going to win, and I don't care what I have to do to win. I don't care what I have to lie about, who I have to cheat, steal from, fuck over, manipulate. And again, that doesn't guarantee that they're going to win, but that energy is just toxic as fuck. And if you get the judge in the wrong mood at the wrong time, depending on how the timeline unfolds, yeah, there's a lot of innocent people who have lost lawsuits. Shady as fuck. If it was me, I personally would. That doesn't mean do it my way. But this energy, this battle here is just too slippery. It's too slippery. Again, like I said, we're moving into a new financial world. You're going to be fine financially in the near future. Between now and 2030, and sooner than later, you're going to be just fine. Fool card, Tower card reversed. Yeah, see, 10 of Wands again. 10 of Wands again. What I'm going to say is what feels right to you, because this is I wouldn't even say a 50-50 chance. I would say you probably have a 30 to 40% chance of things going in your favor. That's still
being in his favor or not in his favor.
30 to 40% chance of things going in his favor. Which is still a chance. That's still possible. But there's more energy working against you than there is working for you right now. And again, it's the energy of how shady these people are. And the way they're willing to do immoral things and find loopholes in the law if they possibly can. So if it was me, I would. But if you want to take the chance, that 30, 40% chance, go right ahead. I'm not judging you.
Yeah. And you got to know that the universe will take care of them too.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just keep screwing people over and expecting to have good things happen to them. So
yeah,
I know it's hard to say it like that, and you're not always going to see what happens to them or how it affects them, but you can't be a shitty person and expect good things to happen to you,
mm-hmm.
you know?
And you'll get paid back. Trust me, the universe will make sure you're paid back. Don't worry about how, don't worry about when. You'll be taken care of.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Mandy. Okay, so I did reach out to this person if they wanted to be private or not. I might just not say names just because. So I haven't seen my daughter in 12 months after a 25-year relationship breakdown with my ex. He has manipulated her against me. I have been separated from my ex for 3 years after a 25-year relationship. He was a narcissist. It took me a long time to work this out. We are going through a settlement, and he has manipulated our child against me. His lies and manipulation that I once believed, and still getting therapy and help for. I'm concerned for my daughter. I haven't seen her in 8 months. She has blocked me on all of my family. She's blocked me and all of my family, and I have no contact. I know she would be scared of him like I was. Things got worse when he was made aware from my solicitor that the family home would have to be sold because he didn't pay me out on time. As a mother, my heart is aching. She is 16. Will she come back to me? I practically raised her myself as my ex was never home. He just done what he wanted now, or he's now acting like he's father of the year. Far from it. My date of birth is, I think it's swapped here. So November 4th. The daughter is May 29th. The ex is January 1st. Thank you for your time and hoping for some guidance. Keep doing what you do. I've listened to your past that you have shared with us. You seem very happy now.
So first it was 12 months, then it was 8 months.
Huh? Haven't
12 months.
seen. Oh, yeah.
8 months.
Maybe one is supposed to say she hasn't talked to her in one of those. It probably maybe hasn't talked to her.
Okay.
I don't know. Regardless, it's still a long time.
Well, I gotta get a
So
general,
will they reunite basically?
general energetic overview of life paths and soul contracts.
Oh my goodness, that one does not want to be read.
It said no.
It said, "Put me down." I don't want you to shuffle me.
Let's see. Knight of coins, king of coins. Ooh, 5 of wands. Okay. So 5 of wands is in the life path. So that means, believe it or not, things are actually working out according to plan. Believe it or not. I know that can be a crazy concept to think about sometimes. But it would blow your mind if you knew how frequently we plan for things to go horribly wrong in our lifetime. But it's not actually going horribly wrong. It looks like it is in the short term. But if you're able to take a look back at your life later on down the line, you can see that it was perfectly planned out to a T. Things are going according to plan. This is the way you all planned this out. So that's good. That's good. So that means Tower card reversed. Yeah. Yeah. She will see the truth the hard way. So here's the thing about dealing with narcissists. That has the potential to help you do quantum leaps in spiritual evolution. Quantum leaps. If you can successfully heal from it. Honestly, the sad part is I've met very few people who have healed from it. But of the few people I've met who have healed from real narcissistic abuse, they all have one thing in common. They are not the same person. In a good way. In a really good way. So this is seriously molding her and shaping her into the person she's meant to become. And it's going to be a long road. It's going to be a long road. She got a long road ahead of her. She got some hard lessons to learn when she grows up. But yeah, you all will eventually end up reconnecting. However long it takes for everything to mold and fall into place. Yeah, you all will be reconnecting. Yeah. 2 of Cups, 6 of Swords reversed. While she's a kid, it may be kind of harder to see, but especially once she gets into her late teens, early to mid 20s, and she starts growing up and maturing and seeing, she'll see the truth. Could take a while sometimes, but she'll eventually see the truth. So this is, again, it doesn't make sense now, but it'll make sense later. Okay.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me wet my whistle. What's going on out there?
What's out there, bug?
Wait for them to pass.
He wants to go on the wall.
Aww. Hold on a second. We have the window open. All right. FedEx man. Or woman. Okay, next is Heidi. Eddie, Cancer, and I, Sagittarius, talk all the time. He's going through a divorce, and I don't want to be in the middle of that situation. I told him we can reconnect after he's done. He doesn't like that idea. Do you see a future between us? Wow.
Saggy and Cancer. That's another challenging energetic combination. And cardinal signs, man, very pushy and persistent. Very pushy and persistent. Let me see what the soul contract looks like. Let's see. Page of Wands reversed. Knight of Pentacles reversed, Temperance reversed, Devil card. Well, it's not really giving me any information on a soul contract, but I do think that this person is incredibly immature. I don't think he's trying to connect with you for the sake of the connection. He's connecting with you to fill a void, is what he's doing. So it's kind of like a service to self type thing where he wants to fill a void. And you set a boundary and he doesn't respect it. That's not a good sign.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Again, you probably heard me say this on my, general videos and whatnot, but that's one of the quickest, fastest, easiest ways to find out if somebody's trying to manipulate you. If you set a boundary and they don't respect it. A person who's not trying to manipulate you will respect your boundaries. A manipulator is not going to respect your boundaries. So, that doesn't necessarily say that there is or is not a future, but his intentions aren't what I would consider to be pure. Let me see what the second spread says.
How do you know, like you have said before, you'll know if somebody wants you or they're not going to wait or you know what I'm saying? So how is somebody supposed to differentiate someone just taking initiative like they really want this relationship versus they're just in it for the wrong reasons?
It's hard. I don't know how to explain that. Like the reason why when you asked me to FaceTime, I said, yeah. And the reason why I kept talking to you, I don't know how I could tell of all the women that were chasing after me. I don't know how I could tell you you're being fucking serious. You're not playing. I just knew it somehow. And I'll tell you, let me go ahead and tell you. They did a scientific study on your energetic vibration. You know that they can measure the frequency that you radiate scientifically. And the strongest frequency that a human can resonate is the energy of authenticity. Authenticity is your electromagnetic frequency is 4 times stronger than somebody who's not being authentic. You can feel it. You can feel the authenticity coming off of somebody. And you can't really put words behind it. I can't explain how you know. I can't even explain how I knew that you were like serious and meant business. I can't explain that. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying to other people because I hear you say that a lot.
I know, and I've been trying to figure out how to put words to that for years now, and I'm still at a loss for words for it. I don't know how to explain it. Tower reversed. Well, a future between us. First of all, I'm not really seeing anything indicating a soul contract here. But my main concern is this person's intentions and disregard for your boundaries. That's my concern. Because what's going to happen next time you set a boundary? Because you know that's coming. What's going to happen the next time you all disagree on something? Seven of Swords. I just don't really trust this person, man. Not really. Like I said, I think this person is mainly trying to fill a void. Mainly. So I would just say be careful with that. Be very careful with that. You set a boundary, he doesn't respect it, so the tension's already starting to build already. Man, just be careful with that. If the way the energy looks right now, it doesn't look like solid energy to lay a foundation for a future. But feel it out. Feel it out. If it was me, I wouldn't. All right. Okie dokie.
What is your Cash App? You know it? Let me just see it. Because someone's having trouble getting it. Oh, and I wanted to address a comment. So Rhonda says, all the women who were chasing after me, how inconsiderate in front of his wife. I don't care. Like, I know he had so many women chasing after him, and I'm not intimidated by that. And that did not bother me at all. Because I don't know, that's actually never been an issue for me. Because he makes me feel so secure, and I've never questioned any of our connection or like trust and stuff like that. It's just so weird. Because any other relationship, I would maybe feel a little bit weird, but he's always just been so loving, and he doesn't show anyone else attention. And I know that women were chasing him, so it's not disrespectful for him.
Yeah, we have a connection that I get. A lot of you probably couldn't even comprehend what it would be like to be with your divine life partner. But when you're with your fucking person, like, we can talk to each other about literally fucking anything. That's what it's like when you're with your divine life partner. There ain't nothing I can't open up to her and tell her.
Yeah.
Even those uncomfortable things that most couples can't talk to each other about. This is the reason why I'm constantly trying to explain to you guys what to look for and what to stay away from. You know, forming that friendship. Like I always say, you got to be best fucking friends with your person. She's my best friend.
Aww.
I can tell her any fucking thing. Anything.
Aww.
She knows me better than anybody has ever known me.
Aww.
And that's just what it is when you're with your fucking person. There ain't nothing we can't talk about. So, yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. I just wanted to say that. I'm going to add, well, I don't know. It did it again. If it double charges you and I get a payment, I will refund one. But let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I got it. I think it came in. Hold on a second. Let me just move on to the next one. Okay, so next person is Billie Jean. Will they reach out? I have feelings for someone I'm interested in. I'm unsure if they share the same feelings or if it's time to move on.
All right. Well, let's see if there's a soul contract. Is there a soul contract? Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, karmic wheel. So that's good. Well, that's something working for you rather than against you. So that means that there is a soul contract here. The two of you have unfinished business from a past life. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, so, and this is one thing that you see a lot when it comes to karmic contracts. Most of the time, meaning about 75% of the time, somebody will be freaked out by the connection because it's so sudden, abrupt, and unexpected. And depending on what the energy was in the last lifetime, that could be so many different things. It can catch people off guard and they throw their guard up. Like, why the fuck does this feel so intense? You know, I can't let you know this. That'll make me look stupid. That'll make me feel stupid. You know, and that's kind of what I feel like this person's doing. Because honestly, it shouldn't be stringing on this long. It shouldn't be. The two of you should already be working on this contract. So if you haven't, you all are about to overshoot the target. Okay. All right. Well, let me pull the second spread here. Second spread. What's it say? Justice. Moon card reversed. Yeah. So somebody should have already made a move by now. Somebody should have already made a move by now. I think. Got the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody should have already made a move by now. So it's kind of hard to predict when you have this back and forth energy here. Knight of Pentacles upright, Knight of Cups reversed. The person does feel the connection, but is trying to play it off and like pretend that they don't. You know, I don't know. This person seems like they're kind of trying to hold back and avoid this connection right now. So when you get to this point here, I got to be real careful what I say. When you get to this point right here, it's hard to say what I would do in that situation. It's hard to say. But here soon, like soon, probably within the month of April, the window of opportunity for you all to make this happen is going to close. So somebody needs to make a move in the next 4 or 5 weeks. And if not, it might be too late. So this person's kind of trying to avoid it and play it off and hide from it and run from it. So I don't know what else to say about that.
Okay.
Was that?
I wasn't even paying attention.
So.
Oh. All right. Next is Moonlight. Who will make the first move? When I'm hanging out with my crush, we usually talk about random things like work or life. There are moments when we are talking and I can feel this attraction between us get stronger. I get the feeling like she wants to say something, but she can't.
Well, we got to look at a soul contract. Soul contract. King of Pentacles reverse. Page of Wands, Ten of Swords. Ooh, this is tricky. There might not be a contract in this lifetime. There might not be a contract in this lifetime. We have the Two of Wands right here, the Crossroads card. So very near and dear member of your soul family. What you're feeling is a really intense feeling of soul recognition. Happens all the time. So this is nothing weird or unusual. This happens all the time. I see it in my readings all the time. Very, very close member of your soul family. You all have been life partners. You've been parent and child. You've been sister and brother. You name it. The two of you have done it in previous lifetimes. So what you're feeling is that close bond that you all have shared in so many other lifetimes. But I don't think there's a contract in this lifetime. I don't think so. So technically, nobody's really supposed to be making a move in this lifetime. Now, does that mean that you can't? No. No. You can write a contract in real time. You can. But with the Two of Wands right here and the Eight of Cups, if you're just waiting, I'm not really seeing this person making a move anytime soon. Not really. Let me see here. See what the second spread says. Let me see if I can give this person an energy check. Seven of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Eight of Cups again. Well, I'm not really... Okay, so when I say the word connection, that word's kind of ambiguous. Okay? Because this person feels a strong energetic connection, but I'm not 100% convinced that they are feeling that as a strong emotional connection right now. So they feel a really strong energetic connection. But we got the Eight of Cups again. Yeah. I don't know even how to put words to that. But I think the most important thing to note here is that I don't think there's a contract in this lifetime. So you have about a 25% chance of this person making a move. 25% chance. Because I don't even think this person's looking at it like that. No, they feel that really intense connection, though. Really intense, but I don't think they're quite looking at it the way you are. So, yeah. You can write a contract in real time. I would feel it out if I was you. And be careful making that move. Because, like I said, if the two of you do come together, then in order to write a new contract, you're going to have to forego all of your other contracts waiting for you in this lifetime and carve out a new timeline, which will make for a challenging, bumpy start. But once you all make it through that challenging, bumpy start, if you make it all the way through that, then the contract will be written and, you'll be good to go. But that is tricky. So, all right.
Words of wisdom from me. If you want someone, flirt harder. Because I had to say it to somebody else before. So that's going to be my new trademark. Flirt harder if you want them.
Okay.
I need to have my own class, a flirting 101 class.
Okay.
Course. For people who don't know how to flirt. And you can be like my little person I experiment on.
Okay.
Or you could be the person that I'm like, okay, so if you see a person doing this is what you can do.
Well, you've always made comments that I'm not like other guys.
I know, I was just thinking that right now. It probably wouldn't work. You'd be like, what?
I'm not a normal dude, apparently.
I cannot flirt with him. It's so hard to flirt with him. He just doesn't get it.
I mean, I get it. It's fun. I think we're playing, but
you're just like, okay.
But I like that. That's what I like about the Saggy energy, that we can, be like funny about it and shit. You know?
I think we have a different way of flirting. It's like, you're not a normal flirting guy. Like, I have to flirt with you in like different ways. Which I'll also add in my course.
All right.
All right. Next person is Malone, 33. Oops. Will I make it through my 90-day period of my new job? I had to start the day after the day my mom passed. It has been hindering me some. Oh yeah, that has to be very distracting.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be challenging. That of all of the experiences that you can have as a human, there's only a tiny little handful of experiences that are arguably the hardest things that a human can go through. And the loss of a loved one, everybody knows, is definitely up there on that list. Definitely. And I don't see how the hell some people fucking function. I guess just long-term humans that have played this game so many fucking times. I remember when my grandpa died. I came home and found him dead. He was the only dad that I ever had. That rearranged my brain chemistry. That took my brain and turned it inside out, like literally. to say the least. Anyway, let's see here. Let me look at the path. Let me look at your path. High Priestess reversed. So let me, I don't know if you'll be able to respond to this or not, but what do you mean by will I make it? Because if you're asking, will they fire you? Is that what you're asking? Or are you asking if you will be strong enough? Because I can't tell you what you're going to choose to do with your free will. I can't tell you that. Can't tell you that. You have a stable spot here, though. This isn't supposed to be a little short-term temporary thing. This is supposed to be a pretty solid chapter in your life path. Now, we all know we're going through a lot of financial stuff right now, so this is not your forever job. Okay, in the big picture, it is temporary, but it's not supposed to be something that's short, sweet, and very, very temporary. Like less than 90 days. It's not supposed to be that damn temporary. But I mean, we hop off of our path all the time. But you should, because this is, like I said, Empress, Four of Wands reversed. This is not supposed to be a temporary, short-term thing. Hangman. Let me see what the second spread says. If I get that Empress again, that's the main one I'm looking for here. Boom, 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 boom. Two more shuffles. Eight of Pentacles, that's a good one. So 10 of Pentacles, yeah, you should be. There's no reason why, there's no spiritual reason why you should be getting off this path anytime soon. If you do, you'll be rerouted. It would take me 20 minutes to explain that, but it's part of your path. So you should be making it through your 90 days. Absolutely. All right.
Alrighty. I'm going to get the new list here in just a second. So next is Marissa. Thoughts on my relationship with John. We have been together for a year. Is he a good match? And he is a Leo.
We'll see what the soul contract is. I'm not going to lie. I'll be 100% honest with you. It is a little alarming to me that you've been with somebody for a year and you don't know if you're a good match or not. That kind of makes me raise an eyebrow a little bit. But let's see what the soul contract is. Emperor. There's the Leo card as the overall energy. Okay. Well, we got that Seven of Swords there. Okay, so past life karma. Okay, so the two of you do have a soul contract. However, it depends on what you mean by good match. A good match is not when two people come together and just float on a cloud and never experience any problems together. We got to make it a good match. You know, we have to work together as a team. And it requires a lot of growth, a lot of uncomfortable conversations, a lot of uncomfortable introspection, you know, working on yourself. And as long as the two of you are doing that together, you're a good match. Absolutely. You can absolutely build a divine life partnership. Matter of fact, that's what I think this is. I think it's what I like to call a karmic life partnership, meaning that the soul contract that got screwed up was a life partnership contract. You know, so with the karmic wheel and the lover's card, but just know what it means to be a good match.
She said, I just worry sometimes he's too good to be true, but I've been hurt in the past by others. So that's why she was asking.
Okay. Well, just know what it means to be a good match. Being a good match means that we're both working to grow and evolve together. You know, and you want to be very careful putting somebody up on a pedestal like that. Be very careful with that. Very careful. Because I'm not saying that, you know, he's not a good person. What I'm saying is that we're all humans. We all have flaws. We all have toxic traits. We all have red flags. We all got shit we got to work through. And don't be blinded to the fact that he's not no innocent little angel. And that's okay. As long as you see him working on himself. But if you don't even see his flaws, that's a problem. Because he's got flaws. We all do. We're all humans. But that's where it could be a problem. If you don't even see his flaws, so you're not even aware that he has any work that he needs to do, and you're not even aware, you know. At the end of the day, it's not your job to pay attention to what he needs to do. It's just that what you want to look for. Perfect example. The main reason I married her. The main reason. The one thing that wrote it in stone. I've been watching her evolve and grow for 3 straight years.
That's true.
3 straight years before we got married. I've never seen a human being own their shit, because we all got shit, and actually work on themselves and change into a different person on purpose. And I was like, I'm marrying that. Oh. You don't find that very often.
This is an emo lovey-dovey live reading today. We're all up in our feels.
I'm being serious, though. So, yes, the two of you could build a life partnership. You could. Just understand what that means. Just know what it means going into it. Because, you know, you see a lot of relationships with a lot of potential get flushed down the toilet because people have the wrong idea of what it's supposed to be. Does that make sense? You could, though. Absolutely. Absolutely.
She said he's a surgeon and I'm a medical student, so that sounds right. That could be like a little bit intimidating, right? Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah, probably. It's okay. Just understand that he's a human too.
I was going to say something, but I don't know if I should.
Okay.
But I really want to say it.
Since when does a Sagittarius?
Just think, everybody. No, I probably shouldn't. Well, I'm going to tell you.
Say what you want.
No, I don't say it.
Okay.
Okay, just think, if somebody's intimidating you, just try to picture them taking a poop, because we all poop. It's so stupid.
I say stuff like that all the time.
Like, they're human too, so really cheesy and childish, but whatever.
It's all good.
Sometimes you gotta think like that to get you through.
Yeah.
Okay, next is V. Recently started the divorce process with Aries husband after 13 years. I'm a Libra. Am I making a mistake?
Opposite signs. That's interesting. You all made it work that long. Most opposite signs don't last, but maybe 2 or 3 years at the longest. All right, let's look at the soul contract. Temperance reversed. All right. King of Wands. Ooh, reversed. Okay. Now, Lover's card reversed. All right. Well, it's getting to a point where, how do I word this? This could be saved if the two of you were both equally putting forth your half of the work, and that's not happening here. It's not happening here. This is too one-sided, and I don't know what one-sided is. It could be your side, it could be his side, it could be both of you. Hey, you see that a lot. You see that a lot where it's one-sided on both sides, where I'm not the one that did anything wrong. You know, you're the one that did this. You're the one that did that. You should be doing this. You won't stop doing that. You know, and both people are pointing the finger at each other like that. And you see that more often than not. So it looks like it's just gone on too long where it's that one-sided like that, where one, the other, or both of you is refusing to look at yourself. In which case, no. If it's going to be like that, then your best bet is to part ways with the Lovers reversed. Because if you don't, the universe is going to kick the tower over on you anyways. Separation will manifest anyways. Let's see what the second spread says. Hierophant. Chariot. And the Empress. Well, World card reversed, so this is not a completed contract. It is not. So depends on what you mean by making a mistake. Is the contract complete? No. Is it technically supposed to be coming to an end? No. However, the proper work on both parts isn't being implemented. I don't know who it is, honestly. I don't know who it is that's not doing the work. But all it takes is one person not working on themselves, not looking at themselves, not willing to grow, not willing to evolve, and that's all it takes. So soul contract or not, all it takes is one person not doing their half of the work, and the contract won't be completed anyways. So as long as that's the energy, and we don't have both parties working on it, then no, it's not a mistake. That's your best bet. So I would have to say no, I don't think so.
Hold on a second.
Look, I accidentally texted Case that at 11:11 his time. He's an hour ahead of us. I didn't even know that.
That's so crazy. Are you ready? Or how are you doing? Whoa.
I'm just responding to him real quick.
I know, I'm just reading what he said. That's crazy. He thought you did that on purpose.
He
Wow.
asked me if I did it on purpose. I was like, no, I was just about to walk out the door. I was like, oh man, I forgot to text Case. So my buddy Case, Everyday Masters, his dad passed away yesterday.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah. So I texted him this morning. Because I found that out right before I fell asleep, and then remembered it this morning, and I was like, oh man, I forgot to text him. And I just texted him and said, I'm sending a lot of light your way, bro. And then he texted me back and said, did you mean to send that to me at 11:11? I was like, no, actually, I didn't even, because he's an hour ahead of me. So it would have been 10:11 my time. And I wasn't even thinking about it. So that's interesting. That's cool.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, next is for Lisa M. What ultimately happens between us? Asking about a current love interest. What? You got butterfingers today, bro.
No, that's just when the deck gets mad and doesn't want me using it. That's the deck's way of saying nope. Whoops. Butt fingers.
Butterfingers.
Well, let's see what kind of contract we got here. 10 of Cups. This is supposed to be a relationship. Supposed to be. But I would imagine that if it's gotten to the point where you have to come consult me about it, then that must mean that it doesn't look like it's going this way right now. Let me see what's happening.
I mean, they didn't say anything good or bad. It could be good. They just want to know if it's like a long-term thing or not.
It's supposed to be. There's a lot of fear and nervousness here. And funny, weird communication.
Murky Metro.
Yeah. A lot of weird communication issues, nervousness, fear, doubt, insecurity. Oh, man. Well, it's supposed to be a relationship. Supposed to be. That's what's in the soul contract. It's supposed to be a pretty successful one at that. I don't really know a whole lot of details as to what's going on or what the issue is, but yeah, supposed to be a relationship. Supposed to be, but I would imagine that with the 9 of Swords and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and I'm also getting a lot of past energy in here too. I don't know who it is. I'm kind of inclined to believe this is the person that you're dealing with. Still very, very, very tied down and bogged down by somebody else they're karmically tied to. I don't know if this is an ex or somebody they're interested in, or feels like an ex to me. I could be wrong on that. I'm not allowed to spy on the details of their life, but this feels like an ex. Did it end recently, a long time ago? I don't know, but this person has a lot of fear and nervousness due to some other karmic tie that they haven't released. So that's causing a little bit of a blockage in this right here. So the contract is long-term relationship is what it's supposed to be. Let's see what the second spread says. There's the karmic wheel again. So there's some other karmic tie that's serving as a blockage in this connection. It shouldn't be, you know. Fool card, ooh, 8 of Cups. Ace of Swords reversed again. Death card. Well, supposed to be a long-term relationship, but another karmic tie that's weighing this person down is kind of serving as a little bit of a blockage here. Plus communication issues. I don't know, maybe this person just doesn't know how to communicate that.
She said, we've been seeing each other for a year, but he won't make it official. Wow.
That makes sense. Yeah, so I don't know when his last relationship ended before the two of you connected. But it has him living in fear of being in a relationship.
But you've already put it, I mean, you've already put in your probation period of a year showing him that you're there, so he should know. You know what I mean? You put in the time to show that you obviously like him.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's just, it's insane what not healing will do to you. Like, so many people out there are completely unhealed, completely. And when you're unhealed like that and you're just carrying your trauma, and most of the time, that's not the only thing that they're not healed from. That's just one stick on the bundle of the 10 of Wands. That's just one stick. They're carrying all kinds of shit. And when you're carrying around that much trauma, trust me, I used to do that. Carrying around the trauma of everything that's ever happened to you, nothing that you do is logical. You know, it takes every ounce of your strength just to try to appear like you have it all together, you know? So, yeah, I would say that y'all probably overshot your target. So, I would be trying to make a decision right now. We're either fucking doing this or we're not. No more waiting around. It should not take a year to find out. So technically, I don't have the authority to tell you to walk away from a contract like that. But just take that information and try to make the best decision that you can.
All right, next is for Lisa S. Will me, Virgo, and Alexander, Cancer, reconcile?
Finally, a good energetic pairing. Finally. Well, let's see.
But they broke up, so is it really?
I know. That's what's so annoying about it. That's what's so irritating about it. Is that most of the energetic pairings, it's I can understand from an energetic level why it didn't work. But then every now and then you'll see one that just the sun sign placements alone, even though there's a lot more to it than that, but is a really good pairing. Virgo and Cancer could build something very, very successful if we were just going on sun sign placements only. Ooh, karmic wheel upright. Well, it's looking to me like you completed your contract here. It's looking like it. Four wands. Well, and we have the Virgo and the Cancer card, both in the same spread. Where are they at? Oh. So, Virgo, Cancer, karmic wheel upright. So it's a completed contract. So if we're looking at soul contracts, no. But if we're looking at energy, neither of you have let go of this. So contractually, no, there's no reason why the two of you should be coming back together. But energetically, there's still a very strong energetic tie holding the two of you that could end up bringing the two of you back together at some point if it's not let go on both ends. Usually when both people are carrying this energy, after a certain point, the universe will bring the two of you back together. That'll just manifest by default. So it's possible that reconciliation could be attempted. It doesn't say how long they've been separated. No. Okay. Page of Swords reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Empress reversed. Yeah, so I would give it about a 40 to 50% chance that reconciliation could be attempted. And the only reason I say that is because of the energy, of the fact that the two of you are still very tightly energetically tied. If you do end up being brought back together, be very careful and be very mindful of the energy. Like I always say, you can rewrite a new contract if you want. I have technically seen it happen, but it doesn't happen very often because of the work that it takes on both parts. But it is a completed contract, though. So, all right.
Oakley dokley.
Urkly dirkly.
Oakley dokley. All right, next is for Mickey Michelle. Been separated 7 years. Yes, I waited, hoping for the best. Does he still love or think about me? Think about reconciliation. He is an Aries. Him and I were together since 2002, and he left 2018. So it was a big investment of love.
All right, let's see. Ace of Wands reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. Well, okay, so on a conscious level, no. He's doing everything. He did everything he could to run from it and distract himself from it. But at the deepest level, yes, there's still a really strong tie. There is. So at the deepest level, yeah. At the deepest level. But does he still think about you? No, he distracts himself from it. He does everything like, he doesn't happen to have any like substance abuse problems or anything like that, or does he drink or anything? Doesn't have to, but that's usually one of the most common ways that devil energy manifests itself is, I don't want to think about it, so I'm gonna go get drunk, or I'm gonna go get high, or something like that, But, even if it's not substances, it could be anything. I'm gonna spend all my time working, or I'm gonna find another sex partner or another lover or something to distract me from it. So at the deepest level, yes, you still hold a place in his heart, but on a conscious level, he's distracting himself from it and he's not letting himself think about it. He has a subconscious mechanism built in his mind that will fight to push that memory down anytime it starts to surface. So
she said he did, but I have no clue anymore. He didn't when we were together.
Okay. So yeah. So okay, yeah. That's so at a deep level, yeah. But like I said, it's a subconscious thing. Anytime anything happens that reminds him of you, he already has this subconscious defense mechanism built that pushes the memory down. And again, if he's prone to drinking or drugging or anything like that, then oh yeah, he's probably spent quite a bit of time doing that to cover it up too. So I wouldn't say on a conscious level though. He's not really letting it overwhelm him,
I mean, I wonder why if he left. Maybe he realized that was a lot of time invested as well.
Well, it's really, really easy to forget what you have. And then you make a split-second decision or do something stupid and then realize, damn, I fucked up, And then by that time, though, it's too late. The only thing you can do is distract yourself from it. So it's probably something along the lines of that.
Okay, next is Sham. I had $160,000 debt. I brought it down to $128,000 in 2 years. My goal is to crush all my debts in a year. Will I be able to achieve my goal to be debt free?
Your debt's going to be erased.
We can't say that. Allegedly.
It could be. Allegedly, it could be. Allegedly, maybe.
It's not edited. Oh. It's in the realm of you can't just say that because people are on different timelines. You can't. That's not something that you can just say. Because there's other people who experience different timelines.
Yeah,
and they're
but
gonna
that
go down
version
things.
of them is not going to be on this timeline with me.
Or else they wouldn't have came to you? Or what do you mean?
Yeah, there's a version of you that's going to take every different timeline, but the version, the me that I'm experiencing taking that timeline, I'm going to experience you going with me to the same timeline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But like, if other people are listening too, they may not go on that timeline.
So I'm not going to have to worry about that. It'll be a different timeline. There's a timeline where I'll die tomorrow. There's a timeline where I died last week.
Allegedly. Timeliney. Based on your timeline.
Plus, that timeline is so fucking far away from us. If you're taking that timeline, chances are you've probably already died in this timeline. And millions of people have died in the last 5 years. Millions. So. King of Swords reversed. 9 of Pentacles reversed. 6 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Yeah, see? I can say this. Yes. Yes, you will be debt free in the next 5 years. In the next year and 1 year, to do it in 1 year, not in the way you would expect. Not in the way that you would expect. But yeah. So yeah, your debt will be eliminated, but will you do it in 1 year? No, probably not by yourself. But you'll be fine. 6 of Wands. Lover's card reversed. Let's see what the second spread says.
You will persevere.
You will persevere.
All is good. All is great. Nothing to worry about.
Eight of Wands reversed. Tower card again. 6 of Wands again. So yeah, again, same 2 cards that came out in the last spread. Tower card, 6 of Wands. So sudden, abrupt, and unexpected change. Okay. So it's not more than likely. I mean, unless you pull some crazy rabbit out of the hat. I guess it's possible. Technically, anything is possible, but more than likely, you'll be just fine, but it'll be very unexpected. Not anything that you're expecting right now. You'll be good, though. The next couple of years, technically between now and 2030, much sooner than later, you'll be fine.
Okay, next. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Next is Olivia. How do you say that name?
Olivia?
Olivia?
I don't know.
That's pretty. Okay, I have feelings for someone that's... Okay, I have feeling for someone that are not speaking with me. I want to know if he has feelings for me and will reach out, or if it is time to move on. Thank you. So I have feelings for someone that's not speaking with me. Yeah.
Ooh, 5 of Wands. So what I'm curious about is why you're not speaking. I guess it doesn't matter, but 6 of Swords reversed, 7 of Swords reversed. I don't know. It's kind of looking like this person is walking away and playing around and playing games. This person does think about you a lot, but I don't really think this person wants to settle down with anybody right now. I don't think so. I don't think they're trying to be in a long-term relationship with anyone. But this person does think about you a lot. Yeah. But there's more than one love interest in this person's mind right now. I'm not really seeing them reach out. I'm not seeing any energy that indicates communication right here. There's one. Let me see what the second spread says. I had to dig for that. I had to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig for that. Let me see what the second spread says. Okay, yeah, okay. So right now, this person wants to keep their options open. Now, there is a chance that if this person feels like they're at a brick wall and their options have dried up, then that increases the chances of them reaching out to you. But right now, they're wanting to keep their options open and play around. So I would give it about a between 40 and 55% chance, depending on how successful their love and or sex life is in the next few months. But just be careful, because most of the time, and especially men are really bad about this, when a man comes back, and again, I don't know why the two of you separated, so I got to be careful how I say this. Most of the time when a man comes back, it's because the option he really wanted, he can't have. So he's going down the list. You know, I really want this person. If not this person, then this is the next one. And then once they just work their way down the list of which one's most readily available, you know?
Oh, so men can be organized.
Yeah.
Oh.
When it comes to getting their willy wet, fuck yeah, they can. Yeah.
The willy wet list.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm just being real with you.
Order.
Just being real with you.
It's that's why they call it their pecker, because it's pecking order.
Hey, men get mad at me when I tell our little secrets, but I don't care, man. I don't care. I want there to be an expansion of consciousness. We all need to understand, you know, the biggest problem between men and women is women don't understand shit about men and men don't understand shit about women. And we need to understand each other. You know, it's a big problem. So I make it a really strong point for you to understand the truth about how men operate. That's all I can really do as a man.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You're doing a great job.
I'll try. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my time, though.
All right. Next person is Katie D. How will the rest of the year go for my boyfriend and I? Lots of ups and downs since the beginning.
When was the beginning?
It was in the beginning.
When God created the heavens and the earth?
When it created them to come together.
Oh, that deck said no.
A lot of your decks are saying no.
Yeah. It be like that sometimes. 4 cups. Oh, the Empress reversed. Well, the two of you haven't really gotten to a stable point. So there's nothing wrong with ups and downs. As long as the two of you are working through those ups and downs. And when I say work through it, that doesn't mean that we just bury it and forget about it and pretend it never happened. That's not working through it. As long as the two of you are working through the ups and downs, the two of you can come together stronger and stronger and stronger. But right now, it doesn't look like y'all have really done that. It looks like every bump that you've hit in the road makes the crack spread. And it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And again, I don't really know how long y'all are together, so I gotta be careful how I say this. I'm feeling, I could be wrong on this, but this feels like something that's relatively new, I would imagine, and just within the last few months. And that's normal. That's normal for there to be ups and downs in the beginning, but you all got to start working through this, because if you don't, because this is you all are not connected at the deepest level. You're not. And again, that's okay. Okay. As long as we're peeling the layers back and connecting in a deeper and deeper level as time goes on, that's okay. But after a certain point, if we cross a line and we haven't connected at that deep level, we got one or two choices. We either open up and connect, or we start lying to each other. Because if it gets to a point where I can't talk to you without causing some kind of argument, I'm going to start lying to you.
She said for a year.
A year? Okay. But right now, the energy isn't in a very stable place. And it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So the rest of the year kind of depends on the work the two of you choose to do. If it keeps rolling the way it's been rolling, I'd be surprised if it survived 2025. But you all need to take a different approach. And the tricky part is, I know you didn't ask for advice, but it's really hard to give one person advice on a relationship because it takes both people. But what I would do as an individual, if I was you, is I would just be the bigger person and go first and just open up and just be the vulnerable one first. There's no guarantee that they're going to do the same thing in return, but that's what has to be done. So, yeah.
And do it in a calm setting.
Yeah.
Don't try doing that when you guys are arguing.
Yeah. It don't work that way. Cool off.
Yeah. Or like, yeah. If you didn't already know that. Which a lot of people do, but you'd be surprised how many people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next is Lilot. It says, should I give up on this marriage or continue work on it? Thank you so much. I'm a Sag. He is Aries.
Sag and Aries.
Another Sagittarius.
Been seeing a lot here today, haven't we? All right. Yeah. The question is he working on it? That's the question. Because I know I've been beating this drum to death today, y'all, but only thing you can work on is you. Only thing he can work on is him. So as long as you're working on you, the question is he working on him? Because if he's not, it ain't gonna work. Three of Swords reversed. 10 of Cups reversed. There's the card of giving up and throwing in the white towel, and the Empress reversed. So, well, I mean, it is kind of looking like that work isn't being done on both parts. Honestly, too, with the King and Queen of Swords here, it's looking like y'all aren't even truly in love anymore. That's what it's looking like. So what it's looking like, Empress, 10 of Cups, both reversed. Yeah, the only, again, working on it, the only thing you can work on is you. The only thing he can work on is him. And if he ain't, it don't matter what you do. But right now, it's the giving up and throwing the white towel card came out in the heart of that spread. Let me see what the second spread says.
Is there like a party going on out here?
Tower reverse. Hermit. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. 2 of Cups reverse. The card of separation. Here's what I would recommend. What I would recommend is, see, the thing that we can't do, that we got to be careful with, this is really hard, especially when you're in the middle of it. You know, it's really hard to not point the finger, you know, because we always want to point the finger at what you're doing. And we all do it. It's natural. It's totally natural. But find that energy where you're willing to open up and say, okay, this is what I need to work on. Here's what I think you need to work on, but this is what I need to work on. I work on me, you work on you, I'll go first. And you demonstrate that you're willing to be the bigger person and go first. And that'll do one of two things. That will either inspire them to be like, oh, damn, they're working on themselves. That's making me look stupid. It's making me look bad. Or they'll take that as an attack. Sometimes when you do something that makes a person feel stupid and look stupid, they don't take too kindly to that. And rather than work on themselves, they'll attack back even harder. But most of the time, about 60% of the time, when you take it upon yourself to work on yourself and just evolve and work on your own shit, usually it inspires the person you're with to do the same. if you've already tried that, I don't know what else to tell you because it looks like a mess right now. It could be saved. It could, but ask yourself this: if he's not working on himself along with you, it's not going to work.
Or you could ask him first to say what he thinks what you could be like, what do you think I need to work on to make our relationship better? Like, what could I do to make this better, like myself? And then after he says that, be like, okay, I think this is what you could do, and now this is what we can do as a team, and we need to hold each other accountable. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they're defensive, just have them start. Don't just start off by being like, you need to do this and you need to do that. And
yeah.
Just be like, okay, as a Sag, we can take it. Okay, just tell us what you want. We can handle the truth. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's y'all gotta be able to hear each other out. And that's the hard part, is letting your guard down. And I listen to you and take it into account. You listen to me and you take it into account. As long as we're doing that together, you're good.
Yeah.
But it is harder than it sounds.
It is. Okay, next is Chris. What is coming up in love for me? Do you see anyone approaching with serious intentions?
Let's see what's due to come in next. I kind of wish I knew how long you've been single. Are you in the chat? How long have you been single? Because believe it or not, that actually plays a very important role in what comes in next. But I'll see what contracts are due to come in. Seven of Cups. So that could be several potential love options or love interests. Knight of Wands. You might have to weed through some bullshit. You might. So I don't really think I see any miscellaneous contracts due to come in, though. So, again, I don't know how long you've been single, but think about it like this. You're vibrating right here. Your divine life partner is up here. On your way up through all these different energetic bandwidths, you're going to come across all kinds of different people. It's my contention that people have it wrong when they're trying to figure out who their person is. Don't try to figure that out. Don't try to figure that out. You won't need to figure that out. Learn how to figure out who your person is not. Think about that. Think about it this way. My person is headed straight towards me. In the meantime, I'm going to cross paths with a lot of different people. Do I need to figure out who my person is? No, because the universe is going to bring them to you. What I need to figure out is who my person is not. Because a lot of people are too busy trying to figure out who it is, and they'll latch on to the wrong person. And worst case scenario, stay latched onto that person for too long and then completely bypass their actual person. I've seen that happen. I think you're going to be tested. You're probably going to be tested more than once with the Hierophant and the Seven of Cups, multiple love options, Knight of Wands, on and off, quick in and out. Probably be tested several times. What I would recommend is that you just be very picky and choosy about what the energy feels like. Did you check out my courses, Attracting Your Life Partner and the Manifesting Financial Abundance? The Manifesting Financial Abundance has the science and quantum physics behind how manifestation works. And that plus Attracting Your Divine Life Partner.
That one's not available anymore.
Yeah. If you got that, it'll make that all make sense. It'll make it all make a lot more sense. So,
also, don't go for somebody who's like your normal type. That's going to create the same cycle. Yeah. Doing the same things yields the same results.
Yeah.
So, try somebody who's not, that you wouldn't normally Or if somebody comes in, okay, don't go chasing, but like whoever comes in that is like not someone you'd really go for, maybe just try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing about your actual person that you're going to be able to figure out. If you could, you would have figured it out and found them a long time ago. It's going to be so unexpected in every way you could possibly imagine. But I think you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. Best case scenario, you've learned so much on your journey that you smell the bullshit from a mile away, completely avoid it, and never even knew you were being tested. That's kind of rare, though. I see it happen every now and then, but most people kind of fall in the middle where you connect with someone and you feel it out. It don't feel right. You back away. Worst case scenario, you go through a repeat of a past cycle. But yeah, you got some tests coming up.
I feel like a test could be like you decided, okay, I'm not going to go for this kind of person anymore. I'm going to focus on looking towards a different type of person. And then all of a sudden, somebody who you've had a crush on for like years and years is finally in your inbox, but they resonate with that old like frequency and old vibe. That's a test.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, oh man, but I have always wanted a chance with this person. You got to be like, no, I'm sticking to my guns. I want different. That's like a test the universe will give you. But that's interesting because like when I first started talking to you, I didn't really follow that rule too much. I mean, kind of. I just said, I'm done like dealing with guys. I don't even want to deal with it no more because it was a horrible cycle. It was literally like every 2 weeks. On the second week, it was like burnt out, done. And then I was like, I'm just done. I'm going to give myself a break. I just don't even feel like dating or talking to anyone. It was so draining. And then you kind of like, our thing kind of like happened. And I was like, damn it. I said no. But I think it was easier because you were so far away.
Yeah.
And we could just FaceTime and I could really like learn you first. And that is so annoying.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that? But I felt like I could actually get to know you first, and it wasn't like just jumping in bed with somebody or, you know, going and partying with somebody or just nothing of real value. So it was somebody different, but I really didn't want to date anymore. I was really done.
Well, it was unexpected because our situation about how we connected was extremely unique.
Yeah.
Extremely, totally out of the blue and unique. Nothing that you foresaw, nothing that I foresaw.
Right.
You know, how else are you going to get one person that's in Southeast Idaho and one person that's in Southern California to come together and connect like that, you know?
I know. I was like, oh, I want to be single, but I really like this one. Damn, what do I do? I was so torn. I was like, well, we'll just see, I guess, what happens. Just go very, very tread lightly.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's an example on a test.
All right. So we got 3 more. And anything that comes in after these 3, we're going to do on part 2. If nothing comes in between now and the next 3, we're going to go ahead and end this. And we're still taking orders, though.
During the break, yeah.
During the break. If anything comes in, we'll do that on part 2. If nothing comes in, there won't be a part 2.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to, our last one on here will be Gia, so. So right now we're going to read for Anonymous. I'm a Libra and she's a Gemini. Ex-lovers is our soul contract complete. Living 5 hours apart is making things hard, but we have a strong connection. Wow, that's really far.
Yeah.
That's very, very far.
Yep. King of Wands reversed. Fool reversed. Lovers reversed. Death card. Looks complete to me. Well, hang on. Ooh, wait a minute. This might not be that simple. Hold up. Let me back off that for a second. No, it's not complete. But that blockage, the blockage of distance, the whoever it was that was supposed to work to overcome that blockage didn't do it. You all were supposed to overcome that blockage. So the whole living 5 hours apart thing, you all were supposed to fix that problem. And since that didn't happen, that put a dent in the connection that has made it almost damn near impossible. I say damn near because nothing's impossible, but make it damn near impossible for the two of you to execute this soul contract properly. Because we got the 10 of Cups down here. So, no, it's not complete. This was supposed to be something long-term, stable, and committed, or more long-term than it was. But with the distance card reversed, that distance not supposed to be there. Y'all were supposed to overcome that issue. But since that wasn't done, Lover's card, Death card, it put pretty much like a permanent dent in the connection because this blockage was supposed to be overcome. Let me see what the second spread says. King of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, see, Two of Cups. No, I wouldn't call it complete. I wouldn't call it that. But again, my other distance card is reversed too. So the distance, living 5 hours apart. I don't know what the situation is. I'm not here to judge, but somebody should have put forth some work, energy, and effort to close that distance. I know it can be scary, you know, so we did. We lived 900 miles apart.
It was a 12-hour drive. That's all I know.
12-hour drive. We both left everything behind, started living in a hotel together. I know it's scary.
Don't recommend.
It's scary. Oh, it was a rough journey, but you know, sometimes those hard decisions have to be made. And again, no judgment. I'm not here judging. I'm sure not saying it'd be easy to do that, but that was what was supposed to be done, and it wasn't done. So now it's a karmic tie. So, yeah. Answer that question as directly as possible. No, it's not complete.
Okay. Oopsie. Next is Melissa. How does my ex feel about hearing from me? We haven't spoken in 6 months, and we recently unblocked each other on social media.
Unblocked each other? That's interesting. Let's see. Ooh, Page of Cups, though. Four of Cups reversed. Ooh, Nine of Cups reversed. Okay. All right. Well, I kind of feel like this person would like to hear from you. That's what it feels like to me. There's still a really strong sense of unfinished business here. But my concern is I think this person has their guard up a little bit. You know, I don't know how to word that. How do you word that when you want to hear from somebody, but you're guarded and you're afraid of what they would think about it? And you're a little bit embarrassed, you know?
Nervous?
A little nervous, a little bit embarrassed. Like if I have feelings for you, but I'm embarrassed about it, and I don't want you to know, you know? So, I look, where's it at? We got the Page of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the World card reversed and the Codependency card. I'm not going into that. Yeah, there it is. Scared and nervous. I think this person wants to hear from you, but they got their guard up and they're scared and nervous. So this energy, be careful with that energy. No matter what your intentions are, if you bring that energy into a connection, that's dangerous. Let's see what the second spread says. karmic wheel. So y'all still have a karmic tie. High Priestess. Fool card reversed. Lover's card reversed. There's the codependency card again. So Ace of Cups, I think this person has feelings for you. Absolutely. But very guarded and very nervous and very insecure about it. Again, that goes into the whole codependency energy, and I'm not digging up that rabbit hole in this video. I'd be sitting here talking for 30 fucking minutes. But yeah, so I think the person wants to hear from you. So I would recommend that if you're going to go into that, do it slowly. Feel the energy out. Do it carefully. Okay? Because energy like that is a ticking time bomb. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, last one of this video is Gia. I got hired for a medical technologist job in Charlotte, North Carolina. Start on the 14th. Should I take it? My financial circumstances right now say no. I want the job, but my circumstances is saying no. I still have a lease where I'm at, and I will have to pay rent at both places until my lease is done, which is 5 more months. Should I take the job? Oh, so she would have to move there and then basically have 2 leases to pay. Have you asked if you could break your lease early?
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
We'll see what the cards say first.
Yeah, let's see. 6 of Swords reversed. Magician reversed.
If it's like an apartment complex, I don't think they're as lenient. If you're renting through like a person or not like a company, they're usually more lenient.
You got the 2 of Wands here, which means a crossroads. So when you're at a crossroads, there is no right path, wrong path. There's this path that has this experience and that path that has that experience. When the universe opens it, the universe is not going to open a door that it doesn't want you to pass through. It's just not going to happen. Now, does that mean that every door that opens is going to be filled with rainbows and unicorns? No. That's a different story for a different time. But the universe opened this door. That means if you want, come on in. As far as, leases and legal agreements and stuff like that, there may be some very unexpected twists and turns in the future, possibly. But I would say, though, that if you're that nervous about it, I don't know. I don't even know, because you got the 2 of Wands. Meaning it doesn't matter. If you want it, go. If you don't, don't.
But it's her financial situation.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Again, that's where more details, like what she was saying, have you talked to the person? Have you talked to whoever the lease is? We broke our lease a year early to move here. The landlord let us walk away from it clean and gave us our deposit back. We were like,
well, yeah, that's why it depends. Depends who you're renting through.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if it's through actual like business, they're not going to be so lenient usually.
Yeah. So, and then 2 of Swords. So what I would say is,
or at least try and bring it up to wherever you're living right now, I would at least just try and see what they would say about you possibly terminating it early. Like what would the process be like? Just ask them out of curiosity. What would the process be like? Or, you know what I mean? Just kind of like keep your toes in there and see.
This path is open and available to you. Like I said, there's going to be some unexpected twists and turns that come up, but The thing about that is that if you don't go into it energetically, you may not know how to handle the twists and turns, and that could cause more harm than good. So that's why I'm really careful about what I say here. If you know that you have a good relationship with the universe, and when crazy, unexpected things come up, you know how to keep your vibration high and light and not drown in fear and nervousness, which is much harder than it sounds. If you know you can do that, then I would say go ahead and do it. But if not, when unexpected, crazy twists and turns come up, if it would scare the hell out of you and you might tighten up in fear and sink, it could make things worse than better. I would say at least play around with that path. See, what's the process of me breaking the lease early and this and that and the other thing and whatnot, because we're moving into a different world.
I mean, she doesn't have much time, so I would at least get up and talk to somebody, whoever you're running from, and just see and just tell them that you might be needing to move because of a job or you know, and then if that door is opening, I would do it for sure.
Yeah. And if you feel like there's too much pushback holding you in one spot, then don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that path is available to you. And it could yield some very interesting stories later on down the line.
But it is Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
So there will be miscommunication and there will be speed bumps, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that didn't really answer. I mean, yes, it did, but
that's what sucks about those Two of Wands, you know, when okay, so let me explain this, and this is for everybody listening. This is important. You're never alone. Ever. Your guides are talking to you all the time. All the time. Take this path. Take that path. Talk to this person. Stay away from that person. Don't do that thing. And most of us just think that's our own intuition. And some of it may be, but to a great deal, your guides are constantly talking to you. Every now and then, for whatever reason, your guides will take a step back and say, whichever path you want, you pick. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. You can pick this path or that path, and they'll take a step back. And then that's when people freak out. They'll come to me and they'll say, usually my intuition is on point, but now I feel like there's a blockage in my intuition. No, there's not. Your guides are just taking a step back, letting you make the decision. You know, it's really complex. But when the Two of Wands comes up like that, it doesn't matter which path you take. Big picture, big picture. In the next 5 years, it'll make sense. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just don't be afraid to take action towards it and see how much pushback you get from the universe. All right. Okie dokie. Well,
okay.
That's the end of part 1.
So we'll come back at 4 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. And if anything comes in.
If anything comes in.
If nothing comes in, then we'll see you next week. But if anything comes in, we'll see you at 4 p.m. Pacific time. All right.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.